Oh my God, Becky. Look at that squirrel trying to hide his nuts in that Venus flytrap's dirt. Psych. No, that can happen though sometimes. Squirrels, birds, and other critters, uh, they'll chew your plants up, haul them away for a nest or whatever. And then they have sweet smelling nectar. I don't know if that's what they like about it or not, but I'm going to show you a way here today to protect your Venus flytraps if you put them outside, because you should put them outside like I do. I bring them in. I kind of like I baby them, I guess. But I do bring them in when the weather gets harsh, and then of course I do. We'll go over here in a future video the dormancy period. But if you've ever wondered why I have these you know, screen type of contraptions that I have here, you know, they serve more than one purpose. I mean, yes, I can carry them easily, and these actually will stack on one another, and I could carry, I could carry a lot more than two of them out. But the neat thing about these is that I have designed this little square platform it's attached to, and then the watering dish that this sits into. And I tilt them up to hit, so it gets hit by the sunlight, so they get the full sun, because you want to give them as much sun as possible, preferably at least 8 hours a day. And of course, during dormancy period and getting them back out, I mean, you start it gradually a little bit then, until you reacclimate them, because you don't want to get them burnt, and too much sun will burn them if you don't, break them into it, But these guys are doing nice, as you can see. They've been eating really well, so we are going to have to do a cleaning too, because some of them have, run their course, and they're, turning black. So we're going to here in the very near future, we're going to do, probably not in this video, probably won't have time, but we're going to show you how to snip them. So what we're going to do is we're going to we're going to go inside here, and I'm going to show you how you do this, because not only can you use this to carry them, but you can take these out, leave them in their watering tray, and then this would flip over. I'll show you here real quick. As you can see, you'd sit that out like that, and let me put this right here. Maybe. Oh, bear with me 1 second here. We'll go here. We'll take this out. I'm going to take its watering tray, putting back in the watering tray, and then take the contraption. Oh, excuse me. Oh, my allergies are going crazy today. Now it's protected. And for wind, and if you're afraid that maybe a squirrel or something would come and lift this up, I mean, you could always put a brick on the top. If I have to do that ever, if I'm afraid of that, I'll put a brick right here and here. I mean, you could put one on each end, if you needed to be, and then that would weight it down from wind or any other kind of critters. But let me bear with me again here. I like doing these unedited videos, just natural, totally all real, real time, instead of all that. I don't need fancy editing to do a video like this. I'll save that for my mini-series and film, based on my book series, if you haven't heard me talk about that before, if you're new to the channel. Also, speaking, if you're new to the channel and you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. It doesn't cost anything, and I don't ask for any kind of money or anything like that. Of course, if I ever see you out at a show sometime when I do a convention centers, with my art or my book series, and eventually going to be the mini-series, I'll, eventually be selling Blu-rays, DVDs, and stuff like that. But if I see you at a show, that's that's a little different. But here on the YouTube channel, it doesn't cost anything to subscribe. So let's go on in the house here real quick, and I'll show you how to make those. And they're basically, next to nothing. Of course, you know, if you have wire sitting around. But if you don't have wire sitting around, it doesn't cost that much to go and get, you know, some, you know, for a small Venus flytrap, right? I mean, yeah, I know things are expensive today. Of course, you might be able to find something at a flea market. Most definitely, I've seen stuff like that. Hi, guys. Oh, Barnabas is curious. There's Gus. Oh, there's Oliver. What time is it? Oh, I guess it's feeding time. Dinner, come on. They want dinner. Ugh. I'll tell you what, I'll give you guys dinner real quick. You know, I gotta feed the security. I can't starve the security. It's one of the you know, big things that they look forward to. That chew hum bar. I don't know if you've seen my shoes there, but if you did, don't make fun. They might be orange, but they're Crocs and they're very comfortable. So, of course, when you keep getting younger like I do, hint, hint, you tend to want to make things as easy on you as possible. That way, you know, you're living the happiest, healthiest life that you can. Okay, and there's old Gussie getting his chow. And Oliver's in here. He does a tap dance. I'll have to show you that sometime. Anyhow, they are eating their dinner. So now we can go over here. As a matter of fact, I started making a video and the dogs were going crazy. There was a delivery person there and I wasn't thinking, and the time lapsed on the phone here, and voila, so much for that. Oh, I hear you. Listen to that killer chihuahua up there. Anyhow, the wire there, of course, I forget the name of it. It's galvanized, and this is like 1/2-inch galvanized little, I'm sure you've seen it before. If you've ever been to the, you know, been to a fair and you see the animals and stuff, the chickens and rabbits, some of them have, you know, this type of wire. But you'll unfold the piece that you get or whatever. You don't need that big a piece. And I did it already in the other video, but I'm going to have to show you here real quick. When you cut through this stuff, what you want to do is you want to cut up through the center, because it actually attaches to itself, having two sharp edges, you know, like this here, how you have this here, so that you can bend them and lock them. So what you do is you cut your piece out. I'm just going to do a little quick snip because this needs trimmed anyhow, because this edge here is all, it's all jackrabbited up. So what you do is, you know, get yourself a nice sharp pair of dikes. I like the dikes the best because, you know, tin snips are big and cumbersome, and this is just so much easier to work with. So you mark out your dimensions. The best way to mark them out is with like a black magic marker. So however big your plant is, you measure it out and you just snip that like that, right down the center, and then you can peel that up back and then just keep going down the center, the length of, you know, the piece you make. And then of course this little tail end you have here, I had it great there earlier, but now I have to redo it for you. Well, I had a small piece that come up like this, and the last time when I built Seymour and his buddies two out there that you just seen, I had this over. There was, it looks like miniature barbed wire. Barbed wire. Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe if you're one of those crafty people out there, like I am, I like to build all kinds of things. I build helmets, laser guns for my, you know, miniseries and film series, and jetpacks, and of course, if you haven't seen the old videos of the Magna Quadrunner air car, it's basically a human drone. It was like 16 feet long. It got destroyed in a mini burst from a bunch of tornadoes in the area. That happened last spring. But anyhow, you could, use this to make a Walking Dead, little diorama, and you could have barbed wire like when they did the prison scene there or whatever. Well, whatever you want to do. But I cut this out earlier, and this is a nice little square. Well, this is more of a rectangular piece here, but that's okay because the little small Venus, little small, yeah. Oh, anyhow, I talk too much. I know. Anyhow, the small Venus flytrap that you just seen, and you've seen if you've watched my other videos, part 1, 2, and 3 of how to care for a Venus flytrap, and of course, this is how to care for a Venus flytrap, part 4, and building this to protect them is part of their care. So, oh, he got his wiggle waggle ball again. He had it during the other video when we got all. Oh, there's another one of those there. I better get that up there. Anyhow, so when you have your base plate piece, I had cut earlier when I made the video, like I said, and I got interrupted there by the delivery person. I had this piece cut, so this is approximately the same size as the one that's on Seymour and his crew. So now here, I got this one here, which is a small one, which will, fit the little small Venus flytrap there that we transplanted in the earlier video. If you had watched them, if not, go back and feel free check them all out, watch all of them, and please, when you watch my videos, if you subscribed and all that. I know sometimes, when you're watching the content that you're enjoying, you hate to have to, you can't wait to skip the little commercials or whatever, the ads. But if you're not rushed and stuff like that, if you can let the ads play, and sometimes that second or other ad that comes behind, sometimes there's stuff on there myself. I've seen stuff, maybe I was getting a cup of coffee and it's like, oh, wow, shoot, I'm glad I didn't skip the first one because I would have missed that cool video. Everything from, cool new games that are coming out that are cool. I can't talk today. And other things. I mean, you never know what's going to be on them. But anyhow, long story short, if you watch the ads in their entirety, it helps me out, it helps the channel grow because I'm monetized now, and I'm in the final stage, but I'm just waiting for the final. My videos are monetized, but I'm waiting for the final stuff to build up to the threshold so that AdSense, mails me my first paycheck. It's not that big right now, but every penny that you make doing what you love, to me, that's an awesome thing. Anyhow, so when you have this and you interlock that with, like I said, to save these little pieces, leave them like that because you interlace them and you bend them over. And you can use pliers because they are very sharp. And then you take your other part and center it on there, and once you you measure it out and make it all. I mean, if you don't care, if it don't have to be perfect, it don't really have to be perfect. But if if you're if you're the type of person that you want stuff to be, I like stuff to look nice myself. So I mean, what you do is when you Yeah, hold on, Barn. We'll play. I know you finished eating. You want to play, and you're gonna probably want to go out and potty again. Uh, Go special number two, huh? Anyhow, you put this on the bottom, and then the little tabs that you leave, you can now bend those over and do it very carefully because you number one you don't want to you don't want to puncture your finger. I mean, my hands are rough and calloused from years of of construction work. You know, so basically, I would recommend if you don't have tough old I don't even like to use that word. If you if you have really tough calloused hands, you'd be all right. But if not, I would suggest that you wear some gloves. Gloves are hard to work in sometimes, but it just depends. You know, because believe me, if you get this stuff, go underneath a fingernail or something, or none of it feels good. It hurts. I've had a few. I've had a few battle scars. Matter of fact, faulty scaffolding stuff back in the day. What was I believe it was 1996. I actually fell off of a scaffolding setup up on on an old house. We were working on the roof and stuff, and the whole scaffolding in front. Anyhow, they tied the stuff into some rotted wood and didn't really pay attention to what they were doing, obviously. And here I was up on the up on the top, and when that gave out, boom, I fell. And it was a big 2-story house with a a complete walk-in attic. It had the big vaulted ceilings, and I fell. So it was like like a 30-foot drop, and I lived to tell about it. I ended up having a scar. You can hardly tell, a scar right there. It's like a little L shape there on my palm because I landed on a roof jack in front of the house on on the sidewalk, and then of course one of the smaller ladders that was up on the faulty stuff came down and hit me on my clavicle. So yeah, I was bleeding profusely. I was going to bandage it up, and my buddy Brian, he's like, no, I'm going to run you to the hospital. It's only 2 blocks over. Thank goodness it was, too, because it actually hit, main whatchamacallit there. It was like all over the place. So anyhow, get that there. Bend your edges over there. So now we have one for the little Venus flytrap. I'm eventually going to name all those guys. Like I see people naming them. I mean, of course, I named Seymour, but I want to get them all on their own individual plans because I would never be able to remember them all. I don't think it. I think that would be difficult. Anyhow, we now have our little thing to sit the little Venus flytrap in. I have to get a little round watering dish. He has that temporary one now. So you put that in there, and then when you're worried about something happening to him, you take him out, to keep him protected from birds and squirrels and other critters, and then put this right over top of him. He's protected, and don't forget to weight it down with, a smaller brick. Don't use no cinder blocks, And there, of course, then you have the Venus flytrap carrying apparatus and protective gear from critters and whatnot. So please like, subscribe, please share my work. I appreciate it. The more you share, the more it gets out. It pushes the algorithms out, and you like, comment, share, and subscribe, and that lets the algorithms know that you like the channel. So to all my regular subscribers, I love you all. I'm grateful for you, and I love making different content. Comedy, of course, as you know, is my favorite. So if you haven't seen one of my Frankie LaPena green screen or split screen collaboration comedy shorts, check some of them out. Some of them are hilarious. He is a genius. And, enough said there. Go check him out. He's awesome. Watch my shorts. And, you can click on there, of course, and scroll down and check the history. But I've been working on the creative list where you can go in there and you can look. I got everything from comedy, you know, with my different collaborations and all different kinds of stuff that you can find in there. So go down, you know, go down through and look and see what I have in there. And until the next time, I love you all. Peace. And of course, we can test it out. Like a glove. And of course, the protective mode before we go. And there they are. Look at that. One big happy family. Anyhow, once again, peace. I love y'all. Don't forget to subscribe.